A lot of us have a certain perception of the military, right? This is hierarchical organization. Definitely there's strong team elements. There has to be for things to function and work. But is there a formal team education that happens at all ranks and aspects these days? I think people think of the military as it's just do what I say and get it done. But I'm guessing in the modern military, there's probably more effort to understand team dynamics and maybe even personalities. I'm just curious if that's been your experience and how that shaped you.
When I look back on why I kept saying yes to staying in the military and continuing on that path as long as I have, that team aspect of it is the central theme as to why I've stayed.
Hmm.
Grew up playing sports. I didn't have a dad, never met my dad. Played sports from a young age all the way through college, played baseball a little bit at college at the Naval Academy. And so my teams were extremely formative growing up. And that is where I learned how to interact with my teammates
Yeah.
and how to interact with my coach and just really learn to appreciate that on a team, you have a common purpose, a common mission, a common goal, and you work together, each at the individual level, fulfilling your individual role, but in a manner that all comes together so that as the team, you achieve your mission. When I reflect on my career, it was absolutely that draw. In the military is very much team oriented. It was interesting how he phrased it, and it is hierarchical. And there is a point at which, depending on your role on the team, sometimes you are in a role where you're expected to follow an order. But depending on your position, you may actually be in a position of leadership where your role is actually to get the other teammates to better understand their roles and to work together towards that common mission. That requires a whole different skill set than just understanding the procedures and following the orders. It actually requires being able to work with the human element, to work with the people on your team, to recognize that everyone's unique and has different perspectives. And the longer you're in, the higher you go up, the more opportunities you have to work in that capacity on the team.
Yeah, if you think about it in the military, there's the very real threat of people getting wounded or killed in action and other people having to step in. So you almost have to be prepared to function as a team and to step into different roles.
Yeah, you said it, right? There are many similarities to corporate world and other businesses, but at the end of the day, the military has a unique mission. And what you just described is, in a nutshell, that the teams in the military have to be able to understand what their greater mission is, what their greater purpose is, but then they have to be empowered to go off and operate and do what they're supposed to do. And sometimes that means getting cut off from communication from higher leadership. They have to be able to self-assess, self-correct, pivot, make changes when they need to. The team needs to be able to adapt to that at all
Mm.
levels. The team will be better off if every person on that team, no matter what their rank is or how new they are, that they have some capability to think on their own and pivot when they need to and they have new information.